Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League, and we want to be featuring the team revolved around the defense Deoxys with the Greninja and Gligar. Here we have a terrible matchup. We switch out. We are met with the Shadow Venusaur. This is awful for the Greninja. However, we are able to throw these Night Slashes. As you can see, that Night Slash only did about like 30%, but this next Night Slash does get a shield because we did get the attack boost. We're trying to get to another Night Slash. Unfortunately, we don't. They go for the full farm down right there. One shield farm down, and we know that this Venusaur has a ton of energy, so we're going to have to soak it up with something. We decided to soak it up with the defense Deoxys. We shield right there just to keep this defense Deoxys healthy. I think we were going to have to shield one anyways. We go for the farm down. Unfortunately, not white. So this Shadow Venusaur has absolutely done a ton of work. Taking out our defense Deoxys, taking out our Greninja, taking out a shield. So here we are, okay, our opponent ends up staying in and then switching out, leading with the move. We're going to go for this dig here, and we're going to have to get to multiple moves here just to win this game. We're going to have to let this foul play go through. We're going to build up the two arrow aces, and then we're going to throw the arrow ace. This is going to take out this Sableye. And here, we're going to go for the arrow ace bait. We don't know if we can get to another dig after this. Let's see. No, one fast move away from getting to the dig. So a little bit unfortunate right there. Still had a chance, even though we had a pretty hard counter team, in my opinion. That Shadow Venusaur did a ton of work being able to take out our Greninja and giving our shields. Here, we're going to be met with the Dugong. This Dugong here is going to stay in. It's honestly pretty close considering it's taking super effective fast moves. So we're going to go for this Thunderbolt here to do some big damage. We did get the debuff right there, so they're going to be able to tank it. Here, we know that we can take another move. So we're going to decide to farm down at this point. So in the zero shields, as you can see, defense Deoxys gets down to the red. They switch into the superior. We're going to switch into our Gligar, and our opponent ends up staying in. So as of right now, it looks like this Gligar is a core breaker to their backline here, which is great news for us. We're able to get to this arrow ace. Does get the first shield, and our opponent ends up throwing the next move here. Ends up being the Frenzy Plant. We decided to invest the second shield right there because we think this Gligar is going to be very important, and indeed it is. It ends up being the Medicham in the back. Medicham in the back is also weak to this Gligar, so we're just going to apply full pressure here. We're going to go for the second arrow ace. Now we're going to switch into our Greninja to force out some energy. We know that they potentially have Ice Punch, but if they have a Dynamic Punch or anything like that, we're forcing them to use that move. As you can see here, the Greninja is able to take out that Medicham, which is fantastic, which allows us to get to a Night Slash right here. The Night Slash goes through, chips away, and we know that this Superior has a move, so we're going to switch in to our Gligar here. This Gligar does throw the arrow ace, and we're going to be able to get to this arrow ace of our own before they get to another move. So GG's to our opponent right there, able to wiggle out of this situation, especially when they had a Medicham versus the Greninja situation. Even though we did lose, we did enough damage to the Superior to win that game. So once again, we are met with the Dugong in the front. We don't want to see this Dugong with our Gligar, so this is exactly where we want to see it. Same situation, we tank the first Icy Wind, and then we're going to go for this Thunderbolt here. Let's see if they end up shielding. Probably not. Okay, so playing out exactly the same way. We are going to be able to farm down this Dugong. Looks like we're going to have to tank another Icy Wind. And depending on what they come in with, we're going to switch. It looks like they switch into the defense Deoxys. We're going to switch into the Gligar here. This Gligar is going to be able to resist these mud shots, but we're going to be worried about these Hydro Cannons now. We are going to let the first Hydro Cannon go through, and we try to go for the arrow ace right there, but unfortunately they are able to win the charge attack priority. And we know that they are going to we're going to get to the move first, and we're going to throw this Hydro Cannon. They decided to let it go, which is fine. And now it's going to come down to this matchup here. Defense Deoxys is going to be tanky, but we are going to be able to get to these Night Slashes. Night Slash number 1 goes through. It does get a shield. Night Slash number 2 goes through. It doesn't get the shield. And unfortunately, we do not have the Thunderbolt, so we actually just go for the Psycho Boost right there. In hindsight, we should have built up to the Thunderbolt and then possibly thrown the Psycho Boost, but they had a shield, so I think they were in a solid position that game right there. So even though we ended up losing that game there, we still had a chance. Unfortunately, that defense Deoxys in the back was a little bit too strong for us. So Medicham here is fantastic. We actually don't want to see this Medicham against that Greninja, so we can stay in. We're going to wait for them to switch. They do switch out into the Galarian Stunfisk here. We are going to be able to tank this Rock Slide. This Rock Slide does, I don't know, 15%, something like that. Next Rock Slide goes through, and now we're going to go for this Dig. This Dig is going to be super effective, but they are able to survive it, so they know that. And then here, we're just not going to bait at all. We're going to go for this next Dig. We want some shields. They actually let it go, which is great news for us. It looks like now they're going to come back in with the Medicham. This is probably the Ice Punch. Yep, indeed is the Ice Punch. And now we have the matchup we still want, Defense Deoxys versus this Medicham. So we're going to farm up a little bit, throw this Thunderbolt, waiting for them to switch out. We don't know what they have in the back at this point. Oh, ends up being the Sableye. So that was a perfect matchup for us here. This Sableye is going to be able to get to a potential return here. So we're going to shield here just in case it's the return, but they go for the Foul Play bait. And because that we ended up using a shield and we got the attack boost, we're going to be able to get to multiple Night Slashes at this point to pressure shields. We're going to shield here because even though they throw a Foul Play, we know we can pressure shields on the Medicham here. As you can see here, this Greninja is going absolutely nuts with these moves. It seems like every single fast move ends up being a charge move for that, so they are able to not able to withstand that pressure of shield pressure. So GG's to our opponent right there. We are able to win that game and avoid the Greninja disaster. Next game here, we are going to face the Swampert. This Swampert here is neutral versus this Defense Deoxys, and we obviously don't want to see this Swampert versus our Gligar in even situations, so we're going to stay in, and it looks like they're going to try to CAP attack charge priority us, but we are able to avoid it. We go for the Psycho Booster. First Psycho Boost doesn't take it out. Second Psycho Boost will take it out or get a shield. They decide to shield, so we're going to switch into our Greninja immediately. We do get some energy head start. They leave with a move. We are met with a Altaria though, so this Altaria is going to be able to resist our water moves, but we do have the Night Slash here. Look how spammy this Night Slash is. Even though it's only neutral, it is getting stabbed from this Greninja, and as you can see, almost taking out this Altaria. So we're going to allow this Sky Attack to go through because it was a charge attack priority. And now we're going to be able to farm down with a Gligar here. So energy head start with the Gligar. We take out the Altaria. We're in a great situation right now because we have the energy and 2 shields. We are met with a Shadow Sand Slash though, so we have to shield this. And now we're going to make sure we throw this move in between their attack animation. We go for the Dig here. We're going to go for the immediate next Dig because we need to get the Sand Slash out of here. And now we are going to be shielding this Hydro Cannon. We know that they have a Hydro Cannon. And now we're going to be able to farm it down. So GG's to our opponent right there. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.